when 2014 began, I had two classic cars in my collection. One was this dark blue Bertone GT that I've owned since 1999. That's 15 years of very exciting ownership. I've taken the car for 200,000 kilometers on roads and tracks across Europe. But for 2014 it was decided that I would sell the car and concentrate on my new car. Or rather, older car. I bought this Giulietta Sprint Veloce in 2013, a year ago now. Stefan, my mechanic, helped me, and the new task was to turn this into a race car. The Ultimo Stile experience is all about embracing the true complexity of owning a classic sports car and using it. I try my best to present everything as readily usable, while still retaining the full value and quality. The homologation file, start of the season. And if you get it, I love it. Immediately after New Year's, I went to an Appendix K meeting in my local motorsports club. I made some videos about the Giulietta development history, but other than that, there wasn't much to do. Except, of course, yes, going to the garage and giving the engine some gas to live on. You know, just keeping it alive and lubricating all the parts that needs lubricating. Oh, that's so nice. In the darkness of winter, all the planning goes on. But come the 15th of March, it's time to take the car out of the garage, because by then the insurance is valid again. I bought myself a new video camera and I was preparing for some delicious filming. I took the Bertone to Skallebølle, where Stefan has his workshop, because it was time for a valve job to get rid of the smoking. Stefan, he had prepared my Giulietta over winter, tuning the engine and installing drum brakes and refurbishing the gearbox. So now it was up to me to do something about the interior. I had quite specific plans about how a 1950s racer should look. A video sequence I started, but haven't been able to finish yet, is about the suspension of the Giulietta. These are the adjustable rear shock absorbers, but as you could see, the adjustment screw is all stuck. A bit of WD-40 did wonders, but it turned out that both for rebound and bump, it was already in the softest position, and this car needs a soft rear end. On another note, I actually decided to quit my day job and contemplate the idea of making a living from just being Ultimo Stile. That's too tight. Welcome to my garage, and welcome to the first video in a series called the Ultimo Stile Experience on Via Retro. I'll on a regular basis contribute to the Via Retro website with videos about what I do with my cars, and especially this car. Some say, isn't it about time you take that car for a decent drive? A decent drive. The season proper began with the annual meeting at the Copenhagen Castle. And Saturdays we started gathering at Oliver's, the filling station north of Copenhagen. And Tuesdays it was a custom house on the Copenhagen harbour. Because it's actually held in place with a knot on this screw and a clamp at the bottom. This is the better one of the two left side grills I have. And I found some rubber trim here. This is actually the Tillet W series. It's more or less a karting seat, but it can also fit inside a car like this. It has a 55 degrees recline. Ooh, receiving new spare parts in the mail. I buy parts and I use them immediately. I don't stockpile them. And once they've been installed, it's time to use them. In my motorsports club, I was lucky enough to get number 42. 42, of course, according to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, is the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. It's a sure way to win races. Getting decals in the mail is also very exciting. And it prepares my car for the company of other nice cars. Like this Saturday afternoon with Klaus Hahn in his red garage. Other than that, I made a video for the Via Retro about the finer things about calibrating instruments. I took my Giulietta instruments apart and prepared them for some of the new delicious spare parts I bought from Classic Alfa in the UK. Via Retro isn't just a website and a forum. It's also a very nice place to meet for classic car enthusiasts. Like this weekend, we went across the water to Sweden and took part in the Knudstorp revival. It's easy to see where they have the inspiration. They had static displays and a wonderful paddock area and nice cars like this one. But they also had a lot of exciting racing. This is what the Swedes call 1000-koppen. It's a 1000cc cup for all the little cars. Danes and Swedes and Norwegian cars in a nice mix. What a spectacle. And here's a Giulietta Sprint Veloce racing in the GT race. I didn't get an opportunity to meet the guy. He had some trouble during one of the races. A problem with the Giulietta Sprint Veloce is that it's homologated as a GT car. And that means that you quite often have to race with the big guys. I didn't have much trouble with my car during the season. At one point it began to ooze some oil and I changed the gasket under the valve cover. And that was really all. classic car fans in Europe. It's that time of the year. I'm packing up my crash helmet and I'm going to the Nürburgring in the weekend of the 14th and 15th of June. 2 whole days at the Nürburgring Nordschleife and a whole day at Spa-Francorchamps. This was the big test. Now the drum brakes would show their worth. I met some exciting people and promised myself that next year I would try to gather more.
How about that?
I made 4 videos from the trip, including the looking after the car details in my garage video, and the car just performed excellent. Most Thursdays during summer I went to the Youngtimer Classic and Vintage Car meeting in Roskilde. I have 3 videos from the season, and it shows how it's a wonderful show of cars, and it drags on into the small hours of the night. Saturdays were of course at Oliver's filling station, and for 2014 I used the opportunity to drive some other cars than the usual Alfas. I am on the lookout for a 4-door sedan saloon Berliner. But I also tried some sports cars. And how about this? A Toyota Crown 4-door car. Not likely, but very fun. And one Saturday at Oliver's was very special, because it was the weekend of the Copenhagen Historic Grand Prix. And we all left at the chance to get inside the paddock and establish a Via Retro camp. We had some very nice cars on display, but our main interest was beer and barbecue. My only competition outing this year was at the Munkebjerg hill climb. I took part last year as well, in 2013, where I earned myself a 2nd place in the 1965 class. and I was eager to repeat that result this year. Ready for the second practice run. The missus and I had been looking forward to the annual Classico meeting in the Alfa Club, but this year I just took part in some of the planning.
Milano style, but also La Lancia, Torino style.
Much of the exciting stuff I saw and took part in this year had to do with driving and meeting with other car enthusiasts. But I also got the opportunity to visit some very convincing workshops. But then the day came, the Bertone was ready, and I promised myself I would sell it. I put the car for sale, but eventually I sold it back to Stelvio Automobili, where I bought the car originally 15 years earlier. It was sad to see it go, but I know now for a fact that it has gone to another nice home. One of my last videos this year was from Padova and the Auto e Motor d'Epoca, a fantastic exhibition.
It's really stylish, and I love that they have chosen two Alfa Romeos, very stylish cars.
I met Dottore Marco Fazio from Alfa Romeo, and I was looking for four-door saloons, Berliners like the Alfa Romeo 2600, or maybe the Maserati Quattroporte. But all in all, it's a wonderful spectacle, and you have to go. With these parting shots of me pushing the Giulietta into the corner, I'd like to thank everybody for promoting my YouTube channel and watching my videos. Maybe we'll meet out there next year for some exciting stuff. See you all.